Hi guys, it's Ben from Traveling Girovic here with a review of the new Wolverson Black. This is the new sort of 2020, 2021 version. I will compare it against the older version a little bit later on in the video. So these are my kind of lockdown purchases, okay? Because obviously we were all at home and we needed to get some kettlebells in. These were out of stock for a long time, so I bought a couple of these Rogue ones, which were okay, but we're going to compare the two together. So this is an 18 kilo, this is a 20 kilo, so there is slight differences in size. But the first thing to look at would be the finish. The Wolverson Black has this kind of nice, smoother, matte finish, okay, so it's been painted or whatever, so it's got this nice kind of glossy finish, whereas the Rogue has got the e-coat finish, which is giving it this kind of rougher finish, which will take chalk. Okay, this is supposed to be more hard wearing than the standard kind of painted version that we've got here. If we're looking at purely aesthetics, the casting on the Wolverson one is like it's been done with a laser or something. It's beautiful, it's nice and sharp. Really pops and stands out, whereas the Rogue one is a little bit kind of bumpy and doesn't quite look as well finished. That being said, a lot of people like this kind of mottled finish because it takes chalk, and it's obviously good on the grip when you're sweaty doing all your CrossFit kind of stuff. I personally prefer the finish on the Wolverson one. Okay, if we flip it round to the other side, we've got the weight denomination on the Wolverson one, and we've got the weight denomination in kilos and pounds for our American cousins on the flip side. Let's look at the handles. Okay, we can see that the Rogue one has a shorter, squatter handle. There's not quite the same distance from the top of the handle to the bell. So if you've got sort of bigger hands, you may find that a bit of a problem to get that insertion all the way in. I've got skinny hands, so my hands can fit in on either one without it being too much of a problem. That being said, again, I prefer the Wolverson one. Both handles are smooth at the top, so you haven't got any flash or any sharp edges or anything like that needs to be filed down, so they're both very good for that. The diameter of the Rogue handle is a little bit thicker than the Wolverson. Again, I prefer the Wolverson one. It's just at the right size for me, but if you like a chunky handle, then you'll probably like the Rogue better. Flip them over, looking at the bottoms, because we've always got to make sure we've got a nice flat bottom. The actual diameter of the base on the Wolverson is bigger, which will give you a much more stable base if you're doing things like push-ups or sit-throughs or any of that kind of stuff. So very, very sturdy and very flat on both. Okay, but again, I just think the slightly bigger base is better. It just makes it feel a bit more stable when I'm doing things where it requires me to be stable. Renegade rows, push-ups, sit-throughs, things like that. Okay, cool. So, of the two, they're both great kettlebells. You're not going to have problems with either, but I would pick the Wolverson over the Rogue. Okay, so I mentioned that this was an updated version, so I'm going to just pop on one of my older ones, and the main difference that you will see is the back. Okay, so the old kettlebell had a flat back with the weight denomination in the middle. The new one has this improved rounded version, which is much more comfortable on the wrist and forearm. So that is a winner. The handles, again, this is a 16, this is a 20, so they will be different, but they are comparable size and diameter. The only other thing that's different is the front, and I do miss that. The colours on the old ones were very handy when you had a pile of them together. You could see what was the 16, what was the 18, what was the 20. The new ones just have all black. I don't know if that's because they were rushing out the manufacturing or something like that, but they're not coloured. Apart from that, that's the only letdown, the only difference. The new bells, much better. I would recommend them. Get onto Wolverson. They don't pay me any money. Maybe they should pay me some money. Hey, Wolverson, if you see this, I'm open to bungs and offers. Okay, but it's a great kettlebell, that aside. Definitely spend your money on those. You will not be disappointed. Right, I will see you on the next video. Keep swinging.